Good evening. This is Janet Stimbeck, and I'm coming to you with my forum for Module 2. We have three parts that we had to do, and of course I'm starting out with OER. OER is the expression used to define open education resources. Downs from 2007 identifies 4 R's to characterize OERs, such as the material should be reusable, redistributable, revisable, and remixable. The concept of lifelong education can be seen to involve openness and flexibility in contrast to school education, says Napper and Cropley of 2000. With OER, digital learning resources can now be openly licensed and shared for the negligible amount of $0. I will be using adult learners for OER. Adult learners are searching and needing to be able to balance continuing education with their work and personal lives. So the benefit I am using is cost. Online learning is a cost-effective alternative to an on-campus degree program and makes it more affordable for adult learners. Along with lower tuition costs is the e-books that many colleges now have in place for many of their textbooks. Their buyback through online programs for used books and the many digital resources now available through online content free of charge. And the financial benefits to OER works for both the institutions and the students. The main disadvantage I found that was being addressed was the quality and accuracy of OER. OER repositories allow any user to create an account and post material which may or not be up to date, relevant, or accurate. The issues such as relevance and accessibility, standard conformance, depth, content, quality, and accuracy needs to be addressed. This is a key factor for adult learners who want assurance for quality through OER. The contextual nature of quality assessment and how OER projects the implementation of the quality assurance. On part 2, we need to have examples of SCOLE, S-C-O-L-E. And the one that I have been interested in for a long time is serious gaming and simulations, which has become increasingly widespread in interest in youth. The example I picked out was Civilization 3, which is a hybrid game simulation which has been used in education contexts to cultivate learning related to historic events and nation building. Using the program rules such as food, which is needed to sustain a population, land needed to produce housing and food, they play a scenario that induces the student to either initiate or defend against war or compete with other civilizations online. As in all newly founded concepts, there are many pros and cons, and SCOLE is just the case. A case for SCOLE would be from Kuhn, K-U-H-N, 2000, who says instructional methods should be considered in light of the broader context of institutional goals about what is important to teach, and that instructional methods should be considered and that alternatives to direct instructions are warranted. The case against is based on scholars who say that SCOLE principles and practices lack empirical foundation and are implied in misguided ways, by Clark and Felden, 2005. These criticisms are not isolated, which have been advanced by leading figures in the instructional design field. This concept applies to higher education. With the student-centered classroom, the roles of teacher and student changes, by Weimer, 2002. As Weimer puts it, the teacher changes from the sage on the stage to the guide on the side, who views the students not as empty vessels to be filled with knowledge, but as seekers to be guided along their intellectual developmental journey. Many college teachers believe that a student-centered classroom provides a more effective learning environment and are making efforts to achieve this goal. The third example we have is CSCL. I picked out 3 approaches that could be implemented, and the first one is think, pair, share, where a learning activity involves explaining answers or ideas to another student. After they write the response to the question posed by the teacher, they share it with a nearby student where they discuss their positions of agreement or disagreement. 2 is reciprocal teaching, where students jointly read a text or work on a task. Students take turns being the teacher, where they read the discussion, summarize material, ask questions, and then clarify material. And 3 is the think aloud pair problem solving. Students work in pairs. For each problem, one is the solver and one is the listener. The solver thinks aloud, citing their reasoning process while solving the problem. The listener prompts the solver to keep talking and can ask for clarification, but does not intervene to help. I think these are 3 very good examples for CSCL, which will help in education a lot. I thank you for your time for this video, and hope you have a good day. Thank you. Bye.